because I really wanted you to get this principle of seed time and harvest, and this principle of sowing and reaping. And so Luke 6:38, we want to deal with this once again. And I think we kind of got it by now, but we're going to keep going over it and kind of get it in your spirit. Once we get this principle and this scripture in our spirit, we'll move on to somewhere else. But it says here in Luke 6:38, it says, give, comma, and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be put into your lap. For with the measure you use it, will be measured back to you. I just want to deal with that first clause before the period. It says, give, comma, and it will be given to you. So I want you to understand that simple principle. Give, comma, and it will be given to you. It will be given to you. God is a God that desires to plant in our being. My wife and I, we give to Julia. And my wife and I and Julia, we give to Anna. We just pour inside of Anna as our responsibility as parents. And I'm sure you do the same thing. You give to your children and other things in your life. And I just want you to understand that God is greater than us, and He plants inside of us. He gives into us. So there's the principle, and then there's the promise. It says, give, comma, and it will be given to you. So I just want to just kind of open up your minds and open up your spirits. And I want you to see that giving is really a selfish thing, because it brings back a return in your life. Whether you give it and say, you know what, God, I'm giving you this, and what I want you to give me back is, you don't have to say anything. You just give it, and the principle takes over in your life. Now, let me tell you some things that happens in the church that from the people. All right, a couple of things. Number one, we had a great day at the lake. Everybody agree we had a great day at the lake? Now, that happened because there was a whole lot of giving. That's the only way the day at the lake happened. The first thing that we gave, people gave their time. And not only did they give their time, I'm talking about prior to the event, not only did they give their time, they gave their mind. So they gave their ideas, they gave their thoughts of maybe this is how this should go, maybe this is how that should go. So people had to give out that particular information. And so we shared that together. And it turned out to be a wonderful event, a wonderful day, so people had to give. Some people had to give up their time to call some individuals and invite them out. And in giving up that time to invite people out, it made it a wonderful day. You had some individuals that gave up their expertise and said, I'm going to teach people how to fish. And you had some other individuals who may not be the expert fishermen, but Jason stood out there with them all day and kind of helping them kind of catch some fish and things of that nature. He'd take lead with a little bit more expertise in the area of fishing. And there was some gentleman we didn't even know. What was his name?
Marlon.
Marlon. We didn't even know Marlon. Marlon showed up that particular day, and Marlon gave. And I don't even need to mention what the people in the kitchen gave. All that headache and all of that stress, but it was a joy, right or wrong. It was a joy, but we would not have had food if people would not have purchased plates, if people would not have purchased napkins. I assure you, it would not have happened. If people would not have been willing to cook the fish, if people would not have been willing to give the usage of their fish fryer, if people would not have been willing to wash dishes, would not have been willing to get in the car on Friday and go pick up some corn. You know, that was a whole process to it. Two people had to get in the car, drive to Canino's, I think is where they went, go to Canino's, pick through the corn, pay for the corn, put the corn back in their car, drive the corn. I mean, just so many steps of what everybody gave. Now, it was a wonderful thing. It was a wonderful experience. And it was heartfelt to many individuals. We even had one individual, one couple say, hey, this is so special. We want to plant, we want to give. We want to plant something in this ministry as a thank you. Now, it was that impressive. It didn't look like something free. And that's what God is saying when you give your best. You give your best, I'm going to give it to you in a way that will blow your mind. When's the last time you gave God your best? When's the last time you really tapped into this principle? I want you to feel it, and I don't want you to see that this is simply the offering. It is an offertory appeal right now, but I don't want you to see this as an offertory appeal. I want you to see this as a way of life. I want you to become a 7-day giver. Anybody want that challenge? I mean, become a 7-day giver in your life. Now, what's the benefit of becoming a 7-day giver? Surely society is going to change. But what's going to happen is you're going to start seeing an overflow of God operating in your life. Any teenagers in here with a job? Guess what you have the opportunity to do with your finances? Give. Give. And you do it. A couple of your friends are hanging out. Y'all going somewhere to get something to eat. The other friend doesn't have any money. What you say? I got you this time. And so we give, but this is a wonderful opportunity for you to get to the next level financially. This is the best principle I can give you financially to get to the next level. Tap into the principle of God's funding for his body. This is how God puts in us. He gives. I made a telephone call today.